Thank you so much, Leah. I think, what we hear a lot, internet changed our world very fast. It's a big transformation machine in the last couple of years. And what's exciting to see is that since 2019, this has accelerated tremendously. And I think it's worth to look into, for example, this number. We see online sales have accelerated by 5 years in the space of 12 months in 2020. And this is actually in 2021 still accelerating. And I'm really keen to see then the detailed numbers. So retail is suddenly depending tremendously on our internet. And what's also no real news, transportation and travel is heavily depending on internet. Internet became super critical for this entire industry, transportation and travel. What's maybe new is healthcare and government, and Florian just mentioned it before. The COVID app, in a way, is managing the largest crisis mankind ever experienced, and it's based on internet. So it's healthcare and government is heavily depending on our internet. Internet became super critical in crisis management. And financial services obviously has a long history in using the internet as a business critical fabric. We all know e-banking. We all know basically how to interact with our bank through internet since a couple of years. Now, obviously, the pandemic situation moved a lot of the cash transaction also to internet-based money systems. So there again, the pandemic situation and in general the technology was moving a transformation in a tremendous speed and accelerated in the last couple of years. Now there is one thing, the home office, and I think this is really a game changer for all of us. Obviously, sometimes we think we hate this home office situation. Also, the event today here, it's great, it's all happening. We have wonderful speakers here, we have great discussions, and it's all based on internet, and the home office also was only possible because of internet. And what's exciting to see, despite we all would like to go sort of back to the office, 70% of the employees wish to continue working from home after the pandemic situation. And large banks, and that was astonishing to me, wants to authorize this for more than 50% of the time. So home office will stay. I'm very sure, very positive the pandemic situation will not stay, but the home office will stay. So having said all that, internet became a super critical infrastructure. And we believe it's about time to upgrade. Let's enable the internet. And what's really exciting, we heard a lot this morning, we need to come together. We need to have partners. We need to raise and grow the ecosystem. And I would like to give you a quick insight where we stand, what happened lately, and what will happen next in this ecosystem. So obviously, we started with trusted experts. It all started with Professor Perik at ETH. But what was really exciting that the Swiss National Bank and SIX decided to give it a try, to look detail into this technology. How can it be adapted by the Swiss financial market? And this was, in a way, I believe, the kickoff of SCiON technology and the fundamental first start to bring this technology to the world. And then obviously that we have a very close dialogue and also projects together with the Federal Department of Foreign Affairs and also the Swiss Army. That helped a lot because these are projects, these are international projects. They helped us to test this technology also in an international context. So we have connectivities now to Hong Kong, Singapore, and Korea testing this technology. And then what I really would like to mention here very loudly, UBS and SecAB started to test this technology in a productive environment. it's great if we have ideas and talk about it, but the real entrepreneurs and the real move, it needs people who do stuff. And I'm very excited that we can announce as per last week that Vontobel is now also joining. And obviously we have a lot of discussions with many banks right now because they say, okay, is it ready now? Yes, it's ready now. It starts working. So this is really where it starts. And then I can also announce now we have kicked off a project with the Health Info Network. So Health Info Network is a very exciting company. Not too many people know them, but they connect 40,000 doctors in Switzerland. So basically the entire healthcare system in Switzerland has a central player, that's HIN, and it's all depending on internet. So obviously HIN is now very, very interested in using this technology also to make our healthcare system more resilient and more secure. But then there is the ecosystem also on the other side, people helping to deploy that, not only using it. So I would really like to thank AWK, who helped to facilitate this entire event here. ETH was extremely generous helping us to make this all happen. But then also we always need presenting partners like AWK who helps to let this all happen. And AWK is in a way the first consulting firm who decided, okay, we would like to help large enterprise organizations in their digitalization process embracing SCiON. So this is great news. And then obviously Swisscom, Sunrise and Switch, these are in a way the innovators in the Swiss market. These three providers helped SCiON to be available in Switzerland, and we are now live with SCiON in Switzerland. And through these three providers, we reach approximately 80% of the Swiss population with the SCiON protocol. This is amazing in a way because it makes Switzerland the first country that is ready to deploy and to use SCiON as a new standard. Obviously now we need to bring more use cases and more services up to life, but these three providers really made it possible. And then we have an international partner, IoT Cube. They helped us to connect Hong Kong, Singapore, and Korea. That's great because obviously we also need to prove that this technology works in an international scale. Talindus is now also SCiON-enabling their network, and Talindus will help us to bring SCiON to the Benelux countries, and we are looking there also into use cases, how to use SCiON in the Benelux. I'm extremely proud to also announce Intercloud. We heard already today from Intercloud, and we will hear later also from Jérôme Deluya, the CEO of Intercloud. He will participate also in a roundtable. Intercloud connects, will SCiON-enable their networks now, and that helps us to reach more than 180 cloud applications and hyperscalers through SCiON. This is huge news for the SCiON community. And what also was a big step end of last year was the SCiON-enabling of an entire Extreme family, router and switch family. So Extreme is a well-known, very established router and switch producer. It's a great platform. We love the platform, and I'm really proud that we were able to come up with this partnership. So now there is an entire Extreme platform family that is fully SCiON-enabled and ready to be used. Then we have InfoSec Global. InfoSec Global works a lot in the security encryption space, mostly in defense and government space. And InfoSec Global is now using the combination of their encryption stack together with SCiON. Obviously, SCiON can be used with any encryption stack, but it's great to have a use case there up and running. And then I would like to invite Thomas Knüsel. This is actually our youngest partnership, and I'm so happy you are here today, so we can announce this sort of officially today. Thomas, we met, I think, December And you guys are really fast. We are already now enabling your network. So this is really, really exciting to have such a fast player now with us. You are the Chief Operating Officer of Cyberlink. Tell me about Cyberlink. Who is Cyberlink? I hear it's the third largest B2B ISP in Switzerland, but give us some insights.
We're certainly focused on business connectivity. Whether we are the third largest or not, I've never measured it in numbers. But as Cyberlink, we are a Swiss-based managed service provider and ISP focusing on infrastructure service, especially connectivity and cloud. And we do that for business customers only. And one good thing about that is that we are network independent. That means we focus on the customer use case, on the needs, take the infrastructure that is available, and build the solution upon that infrastructure that we can use. So actually, we have the focus there on business customers, and so SCiON was for us the place to be. It's what we do. It's business connectivity is our DNA. So we said. We don't need much time to think about it. It was the no-brainer, and that made the decision quite a fast one.
Yeah, it was fast. How did you hear about SCiON anyway? Because you sent me just an email and said, hey, we need to talk. So how did you hear about SCiON?
It was our engineers, our network department that stepped up to us and said, hey, you got to look at this closely. And it was Matthias Schwarzenbach, especially the lead engineer, who said we want to do that. And so it's technology-driven, so to say. Research is part of our job when we try to come up with innovative and new solutions for customers every day.
And now we are enabling your network. We are in the onboarding process. So what is your ambition? What is your goal? What is your dream for SCiON next year or in this year?
We really see SCiON as a game-changing innovation for us. Especially in business connectivity. We think, especially in the days of digitalization, companies need ways to interconnect, reliable, secure, and flexible. In some sort, that was always a contradiction, but we believe with SCiON, this contradiction somehow goes away, and we can rethink business connectivity. So that's an opportunity, and we're very proud also that we started the onboarding process with SSFN, and hope also there that we can show value that we can bring into that ecospace.
Thank you so much for being here. And as you see, it goes fast. It just needs an email to Anapaya, and then 2 months later, you're SCiON. So this is really exciting. And then with all these tech shows, usually there is the saying like one message left we have before we close this round. Actually, I have two. So it's InfoGuard and BNC. This is brand new. This is even newer than you. This is so new we don't even can bring people on stage right now. So this has been signed this week. I'm really excited. InfoGuard is a very important and large player in the as a system integrator in the banking industry. The same goes for BNC. BNC is very much focused on the French part of Switzerland. InfoGuard is working a lot in the Swiss-German part, Switzerland. They both are experts in deploying extreme platforms. So I think it was never easier, actually, to enable networks with these ecosystems. And what started really with Swisscom, Sunrise, and Switch last year, that was more or less our ecosystem. So now we did extremely fast in the last 12 months, and I think in 22 the stars are very well aligned. Thank you so much. I hope we find more people who move as fast as you guys, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Thomas. We're so excited that Cyberlink chose to join us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.